You get a pretty commanding view because of those muscular bumps that you see on the bonnet. The car really feels enthusiastic as soon as you put into sport mode, and it just accelerates really well. Hello and welcome to Jaisalmer, and a very good morning to you all. Today what we have with us is the Volkswagen Tayron, and this is the flagship offering from the Volkswagen portfolio. Now today what we're gonna be doing in this video is a drive review of this car, the fit and finish, and we're gonna be checking out how the car really feels like to be in. But if you wanna check out the walk around of this car, we have also uploaded that video, so I would highly recommend you go check that one out as well. Now, without much further ado, let's get right into it and talk about the design of the vehicle. Now, this does not deviate much from the styling of the outgoing Tayron R-Line, but what is different is these connected DRLs, as you can see here, and this illuminated Volkswagen logo. There's also the R-Line badging right there. Now, if you take a look at the front overall look, it gets a smooth look. There's no sharp lines. However, there are some detailing which look muscular as well, as you can see on the bonnet over here. And if you move on to the side, we get 19-inch alloy wheels. These are called Coventry alloys. There's also an R-Line badging over here on the door. And if you take a look at the overall silhouette of the car from the side, it gets a sloping style roof. And there's also a silver or chrome accent lining over here. Now, if you take a look at the side profile, again, it's pretty expansive SUV. It gets a almost 4.8 meter length, and the wheelbase is almost 2.8 meters. Now, there's also wheel arches which get this gloss black treatment. Now, moving over at the back of the car, it gets matrix tail lamps as well, and there's a connected tail lamp look as well. The logo at the back also illuminates, but in red. There's Tayron badging all around here, 4Motion badging over there. And if you take a look at the lower section of the vehicle, there's a big gloss black piece. And I'm not really a fan of gloss black on the lower edges of the car, for the sole reason that it might get scratches a lot. There's also gloss black finishing on the C-pillars of the car. There's a roof spoiler and a roof mounted tail light as well. Now, there's something really special about these lights. They get 3 different animations and they look really amazing. The front headlamps, they welcome you as you get in, and the rear tail lamps also get those animations, and they can be changed from the settings of the vehicle. Take a look inside the boot as well. It gets an electronically operated tailgate with gesture control for opening as well as for closing the boot. And there's 345 liters of space available with the third row seats up. Now, if you want to fold these seats, you get up to 850 liters of storage space available for you. And if you fold all 3 rows, like the second row as well as the third row, you get 1905 liters of space. Now let's get inside the vehicle and take a look at what it offers on the inside. Now, when you're seated inside the Volkswagen Tayron, you get a really premium feeling actually. There's suede over here, really good quality of materials that's been used. This is Varena leather on the seats, and the seats in themselves feel really comfortable to sit in. They hug you from the sides as well, and there's multiple features on the seats themselves. They are electronic seats, and you get 3 memory functions on the driver's seat. There's also heating as well as cooling on these seats. There's also massage functions, and you get an extendable thigh support for your comfort. Actually, if you take a look at the dashboard itself, there's also a really nice 15-inch big display that you can see right in front of you. There's multiple functions in this, and you can control each and everything about the car from this itself. You can take a look at your vehicle settings, your vehicle running time. You can change your ESC, start stop. All of it can be controlled from here. Now, the Volkswagen Tayron on the interior also gets a lot of ambient lighting, and it looks really premium as well on the dashboard, on the door trims right here above the glove box as well. Now, if you take a look at the center console, there's a knob over here. Now, this is a multi-function knob, and if you turn it, you can also change your driver modes, and it's touchscreen as well. If you swipe on it, you can change your ambience lighting as well. And there's an engine start stop button here. Parking is electronic parking brake is here, and there's really convenient storage spaces which can be adjusted, like this partition over here. You can change it like so, and there's also wireless charging right above here, 2 USB-C ports, and there's a center armrest which can be opened up. It's not really closed as such, but you can open it up and take a look at those 2 cup holders there. There's also a 12-volt socket right here. Now looking in front of the driver, there's also a 10.25 really good looking display over here, and the steering wheel feels good to hold as well. There's paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, but the gear selector knob is not where you actually expect it to be. It's right behind the steering wheel, and I think it's pretty nice as well. It's a new thing, and I think it's gonna be good to use. There's also automatic headlamp over here, and your AC vents right there. Now let's get in the back seat and check that out as well, shall we? Now sitting in the second row of the Tayron is not disappointing, because you get your own climate control settings. It gets 3-zone climate control, 2 for the front and 1 for the rear. There's 2 AC vents over here, and USB-C ports have also been provided. Now this seat is pretty comfortable, and you get an armrest as well over here, which opens up like 2 cup holders. Very European, a very wide armrest, I would say. There's 3 headrests that you get, and 3-point seat belts are also available. Now these seats can be moved forward and back as well, and you can recline these seats like that as well. So if you want to feel more comfortable, you get a relaxed position as well. Now this seat has been set to my height, and this is the amount of knee room. I think it's pretty ample knee room, but if you want to seat someone in the back, you'll have to push this all the way to the front, and that leaves you with very little knee room as well. Now the headroom itself is pretty good. The shoulder space is good as well. Now let's get in the back seat, and I'm going to show you how much space is available there, and you should really take a look at that. Now you already saw me get in the back, and it's a struggle. I'll tell you, your head will bump up there, and your shoulders will bump here. But when you're finally in the rear seat, you will actually feel like you're really cramped. This seat right here is pushed all the way forward, and there's very little knee room and leg room available. And these 2 seats, you can't really seat 3 people over here. It's not for 3. You just have to seat 2, and these seats are actually just for kids. Adults cannot be very comfortable in here. For shorter trips it's fine, but for longer trips I don't think so. Now there's some amenities at the back as well. There's 2 reading lights, and there's AC vents. Now these lights and vents are also available in the second row. There's some cubby holes over here. There's a cup holder as well, and there's a hook to hold your bags as well. So the part that you've all been waiting for is here. Now let's get to drive the Volkswagen Tayron, and let's get to experience it, shall we? Now when you get in the driving seat of the Volkswagen Tayron, you get a pretty commanding view because of those muscular bumps that you see on the bonnet, and it's a pretty silent space to be in as well. Right now I'm driving in eco mode, and you can change those modes right here from that dial that I showed you earlier. You can go to comfort, sport, or there's individual, off-road and snow modes as well. But what changes in these modes is actually when you're in eco mode, the throttle response changes and the car feels more relaxed to drive, and it saves on fuel a lot. But as soon as you go to comfort mode, the throttle response livens up a little bit more, and as you're driving the car, you will feel it that it has more enthusiasm to it. But the best part is the sport mode, of course. the car. As soon as you shift to sport mode, you can either change that from the knob over here, or you can also select sport mode from the gear selector right behind your steering wheel. Now the car really feels enthusiastic as soon as you put into sport mode, and it just accelerates really well. It holds the revs as well for you. If you want to go to manual mode, you can just press one of these pedal shifters and it will change gears at your command. Now taking U-turns also is pretty easy in this vehicle, and for a vehicle of this size it's supposed to be pretty tough, but I think the turning radius is pretty good on this big SUV, and it's not a hassle to turn the car around at all. Even on a 2-lane road, I just had to make a 2-point turn. Now let me talk about the suspension of this vehicle. It's pretty well tuned, I would say, and it actually absorbs a lot of the bumps that come your way. Even if you're at a higher speed, the bumps just don't feel inside the car. And talking about the cornering, actually the car inspires a lot of confidence in you when you are taking corners, and I tried taking corners at higher speeds as well, and the car felt pretty confident. Let's talk about braking. Now the braking also is very sure-footed and you feel really safe in this car. As soon as you slap on the brakes, you don't have to press really hard. The braking feel is actually really soft, like you just have to tap on the brake pedal and it immediately slows you down really fast. Talking about the acceleration, the car feels really enthusiastic to go to 100 kilometers an hour and even more than that. Now the engine in the Volkswagen Tayron is an EA888 Evo 4 unit. It's a 2-liter 4-cylinder which produces about 201 horsepower, around 320 Nm of torque, which is tuned flat, and the claimed 0-100 speed is 7.3 seconds. The Volkswagen Tayron goes up to a top speed of 224 km according to the manufacturer's claims. Now since I have a little bit of space here, let's do a 0-100 test run and I'll show you how quick this car really accelerates. It's a really enthusiastic car, and as soon as I put it into sports mode, you can't really launch the car as such, but let's go and check it out. And that's 100 for you. And even at 100 kilometers per hour, the car really likes to urge into a corner, and actually if you're just turning the steering wheel a little bit, you will feel all of those electronics play up and try to take the corner for you. Now let me go back into comfort mode and let's drive sedately now for a while. When you're driving sedately, the car actually feels like a very comfortable place to be in. The seats relax you with those massaging functions. If it's cold, you can turn on the heating. If it's hot, you can turn on the cooling, and you feel really comfortable. It's like a very silent space to be in as well. The insulation is pretty good, but something that I really like about this vehicle is you have to listen to that turbo spool up, and as soon as you leave the accelerator pedal, that blow off valve, just amazing. Now for a car of this size, it's a pretty good performer, the Volkswagen Tayron, and you get a good confident feel behind the steering wheel. You don't really feel like you're gonna lose control at any point of time. Now I'm taking this really sharp corner at like 50 kilometers per hour. Let me slow down for that speed bump. As you can see, it's not a big deal for the Volkswagen Tayron. And you should be actually expecting all of these things from a car of this segment. It feels really safe to be in. It gets 9 airbags, it gets multiple ADAS functions, and something that we really noticed while we were driving in the dark were these matrix headlights. Now these headlights actually help you drive really better, and also helps the oncomers to not get glared with a very high beam in their face, because it adapts to your environment. If you're turning, the headlamps will turn with you. If there's a car in front of you, the portion of that car itself will be dimmed. And I'm pretty impressed by this performance as well. It really does actually live up to the mark of that R-Line badge. Now our drive today has come to an end with the Volkswagen Tayron R-Line, and I'm pretty bummed about it because I think it's a pretty good driver and I had really fun driving this SUV around. What do you think about the car? Let us know in the comments down below, and it'll be very interesting to see how Volkswagen prices this car, because it's going to be a CKD version and not a CBU unit. Let us know in the comments down below what are your thoughts. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll see you in the next one.